Most of Kenya's street children are fleeing from homes rife with poverty and violence. Kids run away from home for a myriad of reasons, and they take to the streets, which they see as a route to a better life. An organization called the Undugu Society of Kenya helps these youth with education, business, and skills training. It also sets up associations in which field officers mobilize children into groups of roughly 10 to 25 members. Undugu facilitates discussions about how to quit street life and provides leadership training. Pete Kent is the East Africa Regional Director of Railway Children, a British-based organization that works with local partners like Undugu to help street children. He admits the association model has not always been successful, but he says the gains outweigh the losses.
For example, in some of the areas where associations have been set up, that crime rates in that area have reduced significantly. For the individuals themselves, when it's been successful, they transform from a life of extreme sort of chaotic existence to a situation where youth may have secured somewhere to stay, so they may be with a couple of, 2 or 3 of them might be sharing the rent on the room, and then they have some sustainable income.
The difficulties that Kent mentions are well known to the children themselves. 22-year-old Brian Leteiba has been living on the streets of Nairobi since he was 7. For income, he collects food scraps from trash dumps to sell as pig feed. He is also the secretary of his association.
The circumstance that you are in, like sleeping outside, the harassments there, you get the fights, everything, and it's very difficult if you live outside.
Girls face additional difficulties. They often engage in survival sex, trading sex for food or personal protection. Asha Adal has been living on the streets since she was 10. She now has a baby. She says that many street girls are having survival sex. Many other times, they are forced to do it against their will.
Because if you live on the streets, they come and rape you, someone, and you can't tell nobody because no one cares about it.
One primary purpose of the associations is for the leaders to inform Undugu when new, younger children arrive on the streets. The younger children may be sent to a safety center or even reunited with their families. Robert Muchiri is 22 and has been on the streets since he was 16. He says he used to sniff glue and paint thinner to help him deal with the daily hardships of street life. He now has a small business selling clothes. As the leader of his association, he helps identify new street children to Undugu.
We have tried our best, but not for long, because we have taken some of them to Kitengela. Others we have taken them back there to their home. But the one which we have not managed to take them there, they are still here with us.
Numbers are difficult to determine and vary widely depending upon the source and the definition of street children. However, Railway Children cautiously estimates that in Nairobi there are up to 5,000 children and teens living on the streets. Jill Craig for VOA News, Nairobi.